Hey, let's get here and it's time to talk about Frieren. And this episode, we finally have the date Fern and Stark, and it was great. I'm so happy. It was awkward. It wasn't perfect. Just showcasing how first dates are, and especially for people that aren't really in tune with their emotions, so to say, and asking for help and things like that. I loved how this date went by so much, and also Frieren was awesome this episode, and we get to see a bit of this northern plateau that they finally got past these checkpoints, and things are escalating to say the least. But let's get into the episode and focus first on the date. And this pretty much reminds me again of that quote from Hunter x Hunter: enjoy the little detours. And this says quite, or enjoy the process, like we had it here with the episode starting first with Fern choosing clothes, asking Frieren for help, but Frieren is super sleepy and lazy. My spirit animal. I'm the same way. Mornings aren't my thing, to say the least. And we know from last episode she didn't really sleep. She was anxious, excited for the date here, and braiding Frieren's hair. Yeah, that didn't turn out really good. Frieren apologizing sleepy. They were so wholesome and cute at the same time. But after this, we see Fern with new clothes. They're looking really cute there, and Stark waiting for her. They finally start the date and asking why new clothes. Well, it's a date, and I like how Stark didn't think about getting new clothes. Like, you're not perfect at dates. Maybe some of you guys are gigolos or have the perfect plan for a date, but I like the awkwardness there, and him not knowing what to do, how to do it, and for having her own expectations there, how things went along, looking at other people there, them deciding to go for the marketplace, and Stark kind of thinking to himself, has Fern always been this cute? Yes, she has. Finally, notice more, please. She has always been this cute here, and them talking about Frieren, this marketplace, how Frieren bragged about it having always magical items, and she's definitely a hoarder. Frieren is a hoarder of magical items. How she fell asleep in that pile of them. And I like how they're, she's probably not gonna go to the hot springs again. Nah, there's no way. And of course, cut to Frieren being in the hot springs. She's an addict. I would probably do the same there. But also actually calling out, telling to the say, we keep talking about Frieren. Always talk about Frieren, and start like, what else to talk? And yes, that's a good point. When you have something in common, it's very the comfort point to always bring up that subject, bring a person, work, some common event that happened between them. Things are supposed to be awkward again until you're more comfortable being alone with that person, finding other things to talk about, sharing things about yourself. So it's a process. You're not gonna jump perfectly and have the perfect date and perfect communication here. And them stopping at that stand with jewelries, Fern liking that necklace, and I like that Stark didn't think instantly of buying it, and then we see the other couples buying it, and Fern looks back at it, regretting a bit that moment here. That's good character development, not everything going perfectly here, and Stark missing that moment, him trying so much, and you're kind of stuck in yourself and you don't realize things, and I appreciated that quite a lot. I like how Fern trips and Stark saves her. Now, I don't know if she fully tripped, or maybe I don't want to say she did it intentionally, tripping, and him saying it's hard walking those shoes. Yeah, it's hard, but she did it for you, and him not really fully realizing and appreciating that. He tried so hard, but she also tried so hard. And sometimes when you try so hard, things don't work out. You're kind of stuck in your own ways and you don't realize it. So many things went wrong, but because they went wrong, they also went right at the same time. And I hope people realize this, and they finally spend a bit of time eating, overlooking the city there, enjoying themselves a bit, and they end up still talking about Frieren and Himmel's statues, being so many of them here. But after all of the chaos and so on, they finally have a conversation here, and Stark realizing a bit and asking Fern, did you not have fun today, Fern? Saying you didn't smile. She had that small hesitation. no, I did. I enjoyed everywhere we go, but it didn't feel like you start like you weren't yourself, and that's a good point to make. And him being awkward and finally saying, yes, Frieren chose those places. I wanted to do this for you to be perfect. I wanted you to enjoy it. I wanted this to be special. He tried his best. He asked for help. He followed everything. It didn't work out, but the effort, the genuine effort, was there from both of them. And this was the moment, the thing that connected them, and I really liked that. And she finally smiled. She was very happy. He tried his best for her, and finally relaxing a bit, letting go, oh, and them being themselves here and enjoying the small detours, the little detours, enjoying the process, relaxing, smiling, and then thanking Heiter and Eisen, thinking back of things. This was the true date. Like, after everything, after the market, after those moments, this was the best moment for them. And then we see the flashback when Stark asked Eisen why Eisen took him in, because that's what Himmel would do. And I love those moments so much here. And the date, while not perfect, I think it ended perfectly here. And curious to see where things are gonna go. But yeah, this was such an awesome moment to have between them, awkward and awesome at the same time, and I hope you guys enjoyed it also. But then we have Fern and Frieren in the hot spring. Fern was still very happy here, and then we get the flashback of email saying he had a good day. We finally see that date of them chasing the cat and how Frieren put it when two people of opposite genders, friends, spend time together. It's a date. We see that date. Himmel enjoyed it quite a lot. Maybe Frieren didn't realize. It's kind of similar a bit with what happened with Stark and Fern here, and them not finding the cat here. He had fun with her, and him saying enjoying the process is the key. And then the cat stumbles into them and they go chase it. And I like how Fern has her happy walk there slowly. When she's happy, she always does that walk. Nice detail to have here. And Frieren saying she has a good hairstyle now. Even Stark realizing that. And this is the hairstyle I get when Fern is happy compared to the beginning of the episode. So many small and cute moments here. But that was the first half of the episode. After this, we get to the north checkpoint, and it's time for them to get a bit more serious, get supplies here. I like how Fern was the one with the first class certification, being able to pass, and Stark saying, hey, she's very important. And yes, she is. First class mages are very important here. And Stark, when they finally got past the checkpoint, Stark didn't realize, saying, it's just normal, doesn't feel any different, but they are fully surrounded, full of monsters, dangers everywhere they went. Like, it felt like they went to the Dark Continent in Hunter x Hunter a bit, or Toriko, Gourmet World. Like, it's a stark difference, yes, pun intended, compared to normal that we've seen so far. Sure, there are demons, there are some monsters, but here it feels like completely wildlife after the checkpoints here. But they finally make it to a village, and they want to rest a bit and asking for a place to rest. But then they also see the villagers. They're asking, hey, can you guys kill a monster? It's wreaking havoc for everybody. And I really like Stark asking a very good question. I was thinking the same. Why are you living here? It's so dangerous. And the villager there saying, it's our home. We've been born and raised here. Who'd abandon their home? And that kind of connected a bit with Stark, what happened with his village. And yes, it's very hard to abandon your own home, where all your memories, your life, everybody you know are there. So they agree to fight this monster, and they find that I think that monster was either eating humans, probably humans, or the horse. But yeah, that monster felt more like the demons that were more used to, so to say, like a wild demon. They're very strong, like giant with a sword. Here the fight was great that to have it here, and he instantly went after Frieren when she went up. Like, the danger was very much so amplified compared to previous fights that we've seen them here. Was able to keep up with Fern when it was blasting magic. Stark was struggling to hold it back a bit, actually having to save also Fern, and her in turn saving him with the barriers. There was Frieren was finally able to blast one of its arm. Like, this was an actual fight. They weren't overwhelming that monster. It was more than keeping up with them. 3 versus 1 here, and Stark having to hold it down, and Frieren blasting it and almost hitting Stark also, and he had to be protected by Frieren. So that was a tough fight for them, to say the least, when Frieren blasted it with orbital cannon here, showing how much the danger has gotten amplified, and kind of similar to what the original party also had, and Stark saying, why didn't we take the sea? And that was the same question Frieren had with the original party, and Himmel saying, that's why we're here to protect the people also. They have homes, and kind of resonating with them and mirroring a bit past, present, and future in a way, the futures of others being protected by them just traveling to that through that place, considering how many people they probably saved from that monster. If they weren't there, probably that villager, the people that were there would have died or would have had to move away. But here I also like the comment from Frieren. Yes, we're gonna have to work on our teamwork, to say the least. Like, things are gonna get a lot more dangerous, and yeah, it's time for them to do some training, a bit, work together, and so on. But also I like the moment Stark aura farming, staying near the tree there, and hey, come on, get up, why aren't you getting up? I can't, my legs gave out, and Fern is just there, pathetic. Poor guy, felt like he was about to die from that orbital strike that Frieren did. So yes, I felt that also, Stark. That was a nice moment. Poor guy can't win again, we call pathetic. But yeah, awesome episode. The date was great. The danger being amplified here, the journey continues. Had a lot of fun and quite a lot of emotional moments and lessons in this episode. And yes, enjoying the journey, enjoying the small moments, enjoying the process, however you want to call it. Sometimes we're too stuck in our own head to see what's right in front of us. This is pretty much this episode here, and working together, and things are gonna get more dangerous. So yes, I love this episode quite a lot. So let me know what you guys thought about this episode. What do you think about the date? What do you think about the North checkpoint here? Let me know in the comments below. As always, thank you very much for watching. Remember to like and subscribe, helps me quite a lot, and you guys get the latest videos on the series that I follow. So keep enjoying Frieren. I'm gonna see you again on the next one. Bye bye.